The part nobody warns you about is what happens if you succeed. What it actually costs. What it takes out of you on the way there. And what's left of you when you arrive. There's a moment in the film Whiplash where a young drummer bleeds onto his own drum kit and keeps playing. Most people watch that scene and think it's about music. It isn't. It's about a question that has haunted every serious person who has ever tried to become something rare. How much are you actually willing to suffer? Not how much do you want the result. Everyone wants the result. The question is what you're willing to trade for it. And that trade is where almost everyone quietly exits the room. Here's the part that sounds cruel, but isn't. Suffering is not a side effect of greatness. It is not an unfortunate cost that great people simply had to tolerate. For most of them, it was the mechanism itself. Nassim Taleb has a name for the events that reshape history, a black swan. Rare, unpredictable, disproportionate in impact. And here's what almost nobody says out loud. Most people who become great become a kind of personal black swan. An outcome so far outside the normal distribution of a life that, statistically, it shouldn't have happened to them at all. So what moves someone from the middle of the curve to the edge of it? Not talent. Talent is common. Walk into any conservatory, any startup incubator, any Olympic training camp, and you'll find rooms full of talented people. Talent explains almost nothing about who ends up on the far edge of the curve. What explains it is what they were willing to endure when talent stopped being enough. Consider the actual mechanics of pain and skill. Neuroscientists who study expertise have found something almost insulting to our intuition. Deep skill acquisition requires repeated exposure to failure at the edge of your competence. Not comfortable practice, not confident practice. Practice that feels every time like slightly losing. This is the part the highlight reel never shows you. It doesn't show the 11th take. It doesn't show the version of the sculpture that got smashed. It doesn't show the version of the manuscript that got burned in the fireplace, which is, according to biographers, something Franz Kafka nearly did to his own life's work before his friend intervened. Greatness, from the inside, does not feel like ascending. It feels like drowning on a schedule you chose yourself. So why would anyone choose it? Because there's a second kind of suffering, quieter, slower, and far more dangerous, waiting for the people who don't. It's the suffering of the unlived life. The version of you that never got tested. The talent that got old without ever getting used. This suffering doesn't announce itself with bleeding hands on a drum kit. It arrives at 2 as a question with no good answer. What was I actually capable of? Between these two kinds of pain, the sharp pain of pursuit and the dull pain of avoidance, there is no version where you pay nothing. The only real choice is which currency you pay in. This is where the Whiplash question gets uncomfortable, because the film doesn't give you a clean moral. The teacher in that story is abusive, genuinely indefensibly cruel. And yet the film refuses to simply condemn him because it knows something true. Pressure reveals capacity that comfort never will. That doesn't make cruelty necessary. It makes comfort suspicious. The people who reach the edge of the curve are rarely the ones who found a gentler path. They're the ones who found a worthy struggle and stayed in the room after everyone else had quietly left it. The line between productive suffering and self-destruction is real, and every great teacher, every great coach, every great mentor in history has had to learn where it sits. Suffering without direction is just damage. Suffering in service of something you've chosen, with your eyes open, is something else entirely. It's the raw material of transformation. The whole secret is suffering is the price. The only question left is whether you decided the thing on the other side of it is worth paying.